Imagine this. Every human on Earth disappears in an instant. No warning, no sound, no trace. Cars crash without drivers, planes fall from the sky, and cities turn silent. Billions vanish, leaving only the echoes of civilization behind. The world that once buzzed with life becomes hauntingly still. It's not the end of the world, just the end of us. What happens next will change everything. Within minutes, the planet begins to react. Lights keep glowing for a while, machines continue running, and screens still flicker, unaware their masters are gone. But soon, silence deepens. Animals sense freedom and confusion at once. Nature stands at the edge of reclaiming what humans took. The age of mankind ends, and the earth starts to breathe again, naturally, wildly, beautifully. Power plants keep working automatically, but without human supervision, systems start to fail. Within hours, power grids shut down. Cities that never slept now lie in total darkness. The hum of electricity fades, and stars, once hidden by pollution, finally shine bright. In homes, pets scratch at doors, hungry and scared. Some manage to escape, beginning their struggle for survival. In zoos, cages lock animals in, but instincts push them to break free. The planet's silence grows, yet life continues, unaware humanity's chapter has closed. Without humans, nuclear power plants begin to overheat. Automatic safety systems kick in, but can't last forever. Steam rises from cooling towers, and in a few, small meltdowns begin. Radiation spreads locally, but Earth has survived worse. Meanwhile, in cities, fires spark from short circuits and gas leaks. Without firefighters, flames spread freely, devouring empty skyscrapers. Smoke rises into the skies humans once filled with planes. Civilization starts to burn away, slowly, silently, completely. The sounds of engines vanish, streets filled with abandoned cars, while nature begins its quiet invasion. Grass cracks through concrete, vines curl around lampposts, and birds nest in traffic lights. With no humans to stop them, wild animals enter towns. Dogs form packs, cats turn feral, and deer wander freely through shopping malls. The human world becomes a playground of survival. The earth no longer belongs to people, it belongs to whoever adapts fastest. With no electricity, refrigerators fail, food rots, and water systems collapse. Rivers run clear again as pollution stops. Air becomes cleaner within weeks, the sky bluer than it's been in centuries. Human-built dams start to weaken. Without maintenance, cracks form and water pressure rises. When they finally burst, valleys flood, washing away towns below. The planet cleans itself, erasing the footprints we left behind. Animals now rule the cities. Wolves, bears, and big cats reclaim lands once theirs. In tropical regions, jungles creep back into urban areas. Trees grow through roads and vines wrap around skyscrapers. Buildings start showing decay. Without climate control, moisture seeps in and mold spreads fast. Paint peels, metal rusts, and glass cracks. Civilization begins to crumble, not from war or disaster, but from silence. In homes, human memories fade, photographs rot, books grow moldy, and computers die. Yet the earth looks healthier every day. Rivers sparkle, the air is pure, and birdsong replaces car horns. Wildlife thrives. Animals, once endangered, begin multiplying rapidly. Elephants roam freely in once busy roads of India. Coyotes hunt in empty American suburbs. Life doesn't mourn us. It simply continues. Seasons shift and nature adapts quickly. Forests expand, swallowing highways. Grasses take over runways. Crops once grown by humans die, replaced by wild plants. Our greatest cities begin to vanish under greenery. London's Big Ben rusts, New York's Times Square becomes a jungle, and Islamabad's roads turn to rivers. The beauty is haunting. Earth, reborn from human absence. The planet looks like paradise, but only at first glance. Many species humans once cared for are gone. Domesticated animals fail to survive. Cows, chickens, and pets struggle without humans. Yet, the balance of nature begins to return. Forests spread across continents, oceans teem with life again, and the ozone layer repairs faster than ever. Earth heals, slowly but perfectly. Humanity's greatest achievement may just be disappearing. Most rooftops have collapsed. Wooden homes rot, while concrete buildings start cracking. Nature erases the cities we once called eternal. Bridges fall into rivers, tunnels flood, and glass skyscrapers crumble. But in this silence, beauty rises. Golden fields where highways once ran. Coral reefs blooming where ships sank. The scars of industry fade into green. Satellites began falling from orbit, burning like shooting stars as they re-enter the atmosphere. The night sky turns clearer than it has been in centuries, free from artificial light and noise. Forests spread where suburbs once stood, covering the ruins of highways and malls. Nature reclaims the world silently, rewriting the landscape one root and raindrop at a time. Across continents, wild animals thrive without human boundaries. Lions roam freely across the plains. Bears wander European cities. And whales sing through oceans once filled with ships. The air is clean, the water pure, and the balance restored. Earth has found peace again, wild, ancient, and breathtaking. Humanity's absence has become nature's greatest gift. By now, the remnants of human technology begin to fail completely. Nuclear plants that weren't safely shut down have decayed or exploded, leaving behind zones of radiation and beauty. In those places, life adapts in strange ways. Plants glow faintly at night, insects evolve resistance, and nature reshapes what we once feared into something new, something alive. Cities become wild laboratories. Crumbling buildings turn into cliffs where vines grow thick and colorful. Birds, foxes, and lizards nest in old apartments. Nature experiments freely with evolution, without limits or fear. What once symbolized humanity's power has become a canvas for life's resilience. The world doesn't miss us. It transforms without hesitation. Concrete gives way to moss, roads crack, and roots tear through forgotten walls. Rust consumes the steel skeletons of skyscrapers. The silence that follows is almost sacred, a planet healing after centuries of exhaustion. Every street humans once walked is now hidden beneath green. Civilization fades into myth. Yet some creations still stand. The pyramids, the Great Wall, Mount Rushmore. Ancient wonders outlast the modern age. They stand half buried, half proud, whispering stories of a vanished species to no one. The wind becomes our historian. The cities are gone. Forests blanket the world once more. Rivers carve new paths, and the air smells clean. Only shadows of our existence remain. A cracked road here, a leaning monument there. The earth no longer remembers the boundaries humans drew. Everything is connected again, just as it was before we arrived. Wildlife now thrives in perfect balance. Species we nearly erased return in full strength. The age of concrete and smoke has ended, replaced by green silence and endless sky. The world we built has become the one we destroyed, pure and whole. Earth glows blue and green once again, untouched and vibrant. The last satellites orbit silently, forgotten relics of ambition. As gravity pulls them back, they burn into stardust, returning to the atmosphere they once escaped. Down below, rivers change course, mountains erode, and deserts bloom with life. Humanity's mark has faded entirely. The planet has healed beyond recognition, its wounds covered in forests and oceans. Earth is no longer scarred by our progress, it's renewed by our absence. Only the strongest monuments remain. Pyramids, stone temples, and scattered carvings that time itself respects. Everything else has turned to dust, blending with the soil that once supported humanity's weight. Trees grow where towers stood, and coral reefs cover our sunken cities. Nature's restoration is complete. The earth now breathes freely, cycles of life unbroken. Forests stretch endlessly, coral reefs shimmer, and air flows pure. Humanity's story has ended, but the planet's story thrives, calm, vast, and eternal. Continents now look completely new. Forests have replaced every trace of civilization. Even the tallest buildings have crumbled into hills covered with grass and flowers. The earth appears untouched, young again. Only fossils buried deep below whisper of what came before. If new intelligent life ever rises, it might find fragments, rusted metal, worn carvings, strange shapes in stone. They'll wonder who we were, what we dreamed, and why we vanished. Our silence will become their mystery. The earth no longer remembers us. Volcanoes erupt, carving fresh lands. Rivers reshape continents. Nature writes a new story on a blank canvas. Where humans once ruled, the wild reigns. Stronger, deeper, wiser. The world has fully evolved beyond us. But traces still remain underground. Nuclear glass, strange plastics, and fossilized steel. These ghostly reminders of human existence rest within the planet's bones, silent witnesses to an age long gone. The world continues, untouched by memory. Even our greatest creations have turned to dust. Monuments collapse, bridges dissolve, and cities vanish beneath shifting sands. Plastic, once thought indestructible, decays into harmless dust. The last remnants of mankind disappear into nature's endless cycle. Yet something remains. Thin chemical lines in the soil, strange isotopes, hints of a civilization that once reshaped the planet. Future beings, if they come, may find these clues and wonder, who were they? And what happened to them? Glaciers move again, covering parts of the earth we once called home. Ice swallows cities, grinding them into powder. Mountains grow taller under new weight, while old coastlines vanish beneath snow. The planet enters a quiet, natural ice age. Without memory or regret, nature resets itself once more. The cycle of creation begins again, as it always has. The earth remains peaceful, ancient, and alive, just as it was before the first human took a breath. The stars still shine across the endless night, casting their light on a planet reborn. Forests stretch endlessly. Deserts shift with new winds, and strange species roam freely. Gigantic birds rule the skies, while intelligent mammals form new patterns of survival. The world continues to evolve as if humanity was only a dream it once had, a short flicker in the grand timeline of existence. Our disappearance becomes nothing more than a quiet ripple in eternity, a small and beautiful pause in the rhythm of life. No one remembers our buildings, our voices, or our ambitions, yet Earth carries on, balanced and thriving in perfect harmony. The cycle of creation and decay never stops. In this silence, the planet heals, reminding the universe that life never truly ends, it only transforms. Only fossils remain now, buried deep beneath shifting sands and growing forests. Human bones, sealed in rock, tell silent stories of a species that once dreamed beyond the stars. The monuments we built are long gone, erased by erosion and time. Mountains rise where cities stood, oceans swallow coasts, and life evolves freely once again, building new patterns far beyond anything we ever imagined possible. Through evolution, something new begins to rise from the soil we once walked upon. Perhaps a creature with memory, perhaps a mind capable of wonder. Not human, but familiar. Nature has rewritten the world in its image, replacing us with endless variety and beauty. The earth has not forgotten us entirely. It has simply turned our legacy into a new beginning. Life continues its eternal dance. Continents drift farther apart as the planet reshapes itself again. Old mountain ranges crumble into the sea and new ones rise from beneath. Coastlines shift beyond recognition, while weather and oceans create a world completely transformed. Humanity's age becomes myth, buried beneath layers of earth and time, remembered only in the faint chemical traces that remain locked within ancient rocks. Still, pieces of us survive. Not our cities or machines, but the elements we forged. Tiny fragments of glass, metal, and plastic become strange fossils, mysterious to whatever future eyes may find them. They'll wonder about the beings who shaped such things, what dreams they carried, and how they vanished. The earth has erased our presence, but the universe still holds our echo. Earth's surface is a masterpiece of transformation. Forests sprawl across old deserts, new rivers carve through forgotten valleys, and the air is thick with life. No trace of humanity remains above ground. No buildings, no roads, no signs of civilization. The planet breathes in perfect rhythm again, unbothered by the ghosts of the past, alive with endless color and movement. Deep below the surface, fragments of our story remain, fossilized in time. Layers of rock hold microscopic evidence that we once existed. Strange alloys, melted glass, and carbon signatures. These are the final whispers of human history, waiting for discovery. Perhaps, one day, another intelligent species will uncover them and ask the same question we once did. Who came before us? If intelligent life evolves again, it might stumble upon remnants of our age, metallic fossils, hardened plastics, and ancient bones preserved in stone. These future beings could wonder who we were, how we rose, and what made us vanish. The story of humanity would appear to them like myth, a forgotten legend carved in the planet's deep geological memory. Perhaps they'll find our satellites still orbiting the moon, or our silent rovers resting on Mars, untouched relics of ambition and curiosity. They'll study them, trying to decode the thoughts of long-gone beings who once reached for the stars. In that moment, we'll live again, not in flesh, but in discovery. Humanity's curiosity might outlast even humanity itself. The Earth has reshaped itself completely. Continents shift, new mountains rise, and ancient seabeds become green lands again. The creatures that walk the planet now share nothing with our species. They are products of a new age. Yet the cycle remains endless. Creation, destruction, rebirth. The planet has seen countless empires rise and fall, and we were only one brief spark in its vast eternal story. Though our memory has faded, our influence shaped what came after. The climate, the atmosphere, the chemistry of soil, all carry faint traces of human touch. Even our mistakes have become lessons for nature, guiding evolution in strange and unexpected ways. Earth doesn't remember us, but it carries our fingerprints in silence, tiny invisible marks of the species that once tried to control it. Continents have collided once more, merging into a new supercontinent surrounded by endless ocean. Mountain chains rise where deep seas once lay, and all evidence of human existence lies buried miles below. Volcanoes and tectonic shifts have turned our ruins into dust, folding them deep within the crust of Earth's living body. Time has reclaimed everything that was ever built. If any trace remains, it's nothing more than transformed minerals, ancient plastics and alloys turned into strange new stones. Humanity's story has truly merged with the planet's own. We are no longer separate from nature, no longer a species apart. We have become part of the Earth's memory, not in ruins or monuments, but in the very rocks that shape tomorrow's world. The sun burns hotter now, changing the face of Earth once again. Oceans retreat, rivers dry, and only small pockets of life cling to survival. The planet begins preparing for another transformation, one not driven by man, but by time itself. The familiar blue Earth turns golden and dry under the aging sun's relentless light. Humanity is long forgotten, yet the atoms that made us remain eternal. They drift in the air, mix with the water, and rest within the soil. In every living thing that still breathes, a small piece of us endures, recycled, reshaped, and reborn. Even in absence, we are part of the universe's endless cycle of existence and renewal. The Earth is now a harsh world, dry, bright, and silent. The atmosphere thins under the sun's heat, and most life has faded. Oceans vanish into vapor, and continents crack beneath endless drought. But even now, somewhere deep beneath the surface, life clings on. Tiny, stubborn, and patient, waiting for its next chance to bloom again. Perhaps in some corner of the galaxy, descendants of what we once were survive, evolved beyond recognition, thriving under new stars. Life's story doesn't end. It only changes its form. The universe never forgets creation, it only rewrites it. Humanity's spark may live on in other worlds, carried by time, memory, and stardust. The Earth ends as it began, silent, wild, and breathtakingly beautiful. Our time here was short, but extraordinary. We built cities, dreamed of the stars, and changed the course of the planet itself. Yet, in the grand story of the universe, we were only a fleeting whisper, a heartbeat in cosmic time. Still, that heartbeat mattered. Maybe one distant civilization will discover the faint traces of our present and wonder, who were they? And in that question, we'll live again, not as bodies, but as memory. Humanity's legacy is not destruction, but wonder. We may vanish, but the universe will always remember that once we existed and we dreamed.